Welcome back to the North Florida Sports Network. It's I get football Monday. Not really. I mean, it's a
the NFL, man.
NFL football Monday. Yeah, it wasn't football that we watched.
Are you talking about American Idol with football pads on?
Yeah. The dance competition that was judged.
Yeah.
Figure skating that we talked about all season.
A lot of pretty teams, man.
Yeah.
Good time.
We got Big Time Noel with us.
Yeah, I'm here. Barely hanging on by a thread, but I'm here.
Yeah, it's hard, man. it was tough getting some sleep,
Sleep.
My son asked me, he's like, well, what are you doing and watching football? Like, someone's like, Dad's watching football. I was like, this doesn't look like football. And it's not.
It's not football.
Even though, because we were watching, teams wait around for a committee to decide their fate.
Yeah, that's basketball.
When we tell these kids, hey, you win, you're in. Mm-hmm. And they did, and they weren't. And it's just it's hard to even fathom it. It's a nightmare scenario.
It's unfathomable.
Yeah.
What happened here is a complete travesty.
Yep.
It's
the sport died.
And I,
sport took an L.
I'm going to be okay.
Yeah.
I'm a man. I'm 40. Come at me.
Yeah.
But these players who worked their entire life for this shit, for this one opportunity, for this moment, to have the committee do that to these boys,
it's unjustified.
They're lucky my son does not play on this football team.
It's ridiculous, dude.
I bet Norvell has not slept since the announcement, and he's wants some butts.
Yeah, he's out. Yeah, he's out recruiting.
No,
that dude's
he's doing more than that, bro.
Oh, well, dude,
he's about to go on a vendetta ride that Wyatt Earp would be jealous of.
Yeah, he's got a big old jumbo party size bag of Lay's on his shoulder when he's walking around. He's the hot headed motherfucker. He's ready. It's
if it's for best, then Georgia should be in. If they're gonna do it like that, they should be in. Then they're bet because Vegas would have them favored over Washington and Texas.
Yeah.
So if that's the case, why not just put Georgia in? Your whole argument is full of crap.
Well, what I couldn't understand is why was Washington or Michigan?
Yeah, why aren't we compared with them?
Why was Florida State the one with the toughest schedule?
Right.
The most impressive season. The only one talked about being left out. That's what I
and don't give me Herb Street was pushing this before Jordan Travis.
It wasn't just him.
That's what I don't understand.
The injury is just a perfect excuse for them to use.
Washington. Why not Washington? The Pac-12, the only conference who has never won a national title.
Because they're going to the Big Ten next year.
Yeah. They've never won. The Pac-12 has never won a national title under this format.
Guess what? They're going to the Big Ten.
ACC has 3 or 4.
You saw what Chad.
Two Big Ten versus 2 SEC.
Johnson
Follow the money.
Follow the money.
And you have Texas. Where are they going? SEC next year. You have Washington. Where are they going?
Big Ten
next year. So it's 2-on-2.
Oh, Pac-12 is part of Fox.
We're just a minor league system or a B network.
Yeah.
For ESPN.
The craziest
every ACC school. Sorry. Go ahead.
The craziest. I know everyone's all hot-headed today. I'm sorry for interrupting, but man, the craziest thing about this, if this was next year, we would be number 3 in the polls. I guarantee it.
No, I don't think
because then they'd have Alabama and Georgia in.
Yeah,
and Texas. They'd be 4, 5. They'd be 4, 5, and 6.
And
that's their next. That's their next.
Like 4 or 5 teams in.
That's their next ruse.
Because if you look at it this year, look at the top 12 this year.
God, I'm so mad.
You're going to get every year. You're going to have 4 SEC teams or 4 Big Ten teams. Maybe you'll have the ACC champion, and that's it.
Did you see the ACC's record against the SEC?
I know,
this
but
year?
you might get a second team, maybe.
What was it, 6-4?
That's the new. That would be the new, unbiased thing. So what? So now you're going to have
without
networks because NIL. We're paying all this money to televise what the SEC. You see what they're pushing? They're pushing the SEC next year exclusively on ESPN and ABC.
No doubt. You're absolutely right. That's why this should galvanize the rest of the entire college football fan base. It shouldn't just be Florida State fans.
Yeah, I know. Honestly,
it should be
it
everybody
would be.
outside
And
of
I
Alabama.
try to think if this happened to Miami.
I would laugh,
NC
but then I would be furious.
Yeah,
I would
or
laugh,
North
and then
Carolina.
I would be furious.
Anybody
Let
in
me
the
ask you this:
ACC.
is Clemson getting left out?
I don't think so.
Nope.
Yeah,
Not a chance.
That was
Wait,
a great,
whoa. Under the same circumstances?
under the same circumstances.
Absolutely.
No.
Absolutely.
No.
Yeah, absolutely.
probably
No.
Are you kidding me?
No.
If they
This
had
feels personal.
if they had a starting quarterback that broke his leg and they were barely beating South Carolina,
JT you mean like JT Barrett?
that's not Clemson. That's Ohio State. And that's not the same thing. They were a one-loss team and a conference champion.
They had a loss. You're right. We were undefeated.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They were a
Yeah,
one-loss
that's not the
team
same.
being compared to two teams that didn't play in a conference championship.
Yeah.
The last spot.
We're undefeated, brother.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It seems like
Ohio State shouldn't even be used as a comparison.
It looked like they would have this. We're finding a reason to keep them out.
Yeah, they had all those things. They were looking at that for Ohio State because they had a loss. We didn't have a loss. We should not be looked at as like, oh well, their third string's got to go out there and fucking.
This is like
sling
flashbacks to 10
Our
years
defense,
ago.
Our defense could have won
10
a national
years
title
ago.
by
All right, so you've been Florida State's been eligible for contention for the playoff in 2 seasons of its existence. They have not lost one game, and they have been ranked at the end of the results at number 3 one time and number 5 the other, and not losing a game in both. That's 26 games, 26 without losing, and your ranking for them on this committee is 3 and 5. Tell Florida State what are we doing with this committee?
Yeah.
The committee was a sham to start with.
Yeah.
Once you wrote in there best subjective, it's like, it's all good until what if some 5-star, 4-star team that's coached by Nick Saban starts playing well in the end of October?
Yeah.
And they figure it out.
Yeah.
What if that happens? Good God!
We're not paying attention to the fact that they only scored 17 points against USF because it was in week 3.
Oh yeah, well
well, guess what? Texas's win over Alabama was in week 2. So why are we paying attention to that?
Right. They lost to Oklahoma after that.
Yeah.
We beat Oklahoma in the bowl game. Hey, but you know what? We put more points up on LSU, and we held LSU to less points than Alabama did.
Yeah, and just disrespect one of the best defensive performances by Florida State ever in a game. In that championship performance against Louisville, which is a good offense, they completely took over the game.
A great offense.
Yeah. Against a great coach,
over 30 points
a
in every
really
game.
good coaching staff, completely shut down. He'll tell you, we just got nothing. There's nobody open.
There's nobody open.
Best defense in the country, Florida State.
It's ridiculous that we're having to talk about
I could have played quarterback for Florida State, and we would have competed for a national title. Of course, I got a rifle cannon.
Yeah. Right. It's just sad that this is what it's come to. Like
It's beyond sad, bro. I feel so bad.
And they're
for
setting
these
up
boys.
a camera in there to get their reaction, and then they're going to put them on a press conference with Kirby Smart.
Yeah.
Both coaches looked like they were at a funeral. It looked like the Orange Bowl was the person that died.
Yeah.
And they were both there like talking about it. Like it was someone that died. Like, the Orange Bowl's great.
Yeah,
it's always been great history.
It's like somebody's drunk uncle that everybody
Nobody
hated.
wanted to be there.
Nobody wants to give the eulogy.
And the first question, hold on, man. Let me get it. First question, they go to is ESPN Adria Adelson, by the way. She does great work, but she shouldn't have asked this one. She's a Gator, too. I mean, I know that doesn't matter, but she asked about what was your reaction when you looked down and what'd you say to your team after, you stood up, which has nothing to do with the Orange Bowl. It's like, what are we doing here? You're just reporting on this reality TV event, and you want to get the reaction of the disappointed that didn't get chosen for the invitational. It's freaking a joke, man. Go ahead.
Let me ask you this: do you think guys like Verse and Wilson and Keon play in the bowl game?
They've already opted out.
Yeah, and I would tell them to.
All of them?
All 3 of them. Yeah.
And I would tell them to.
That would be my advice.
I wouldn't tell them to. I would let them make their own decision.
You let them make your own decision.
But I would
my advice would be like, dude, you don't owe anything. You don't owe the fan base anything.
No.
You don't
of course not.
You don't owe this. You don't owe this.
So why
Orange
risk
Bowl
it? So why risk it?
For an Orange Bowl championship?
For their teammates.
Yeah, maybe.
That's true, but they get those teamates to play.
That's why you leave the decision up to them. ultimately.
Right.
Exactly. But what he just said,
I agree with the decision. I don't argue it at all.
I would
advise
push them either way.
If any team was to do it ever, and I to opt out, this is the team that gets to do it. You deserve better. You got cheated. You know what? You should show a damn parade. They should throw a parade before these guys leave.
Yeah,
they deserve that. 13-0. They didn't get a chance. I mean, they're not gonna. No, this Orange Bowl is a freaking sham. I mean, it's not a sham. It's it's an event, and Georgia's going to be there. But they're going to have guys opt out.
No, what it is it's 15 extra practice.
It's not going to. So you win. It doesn't matter. Georgia had guys opt out. You lose. It doesn't matter because you had guys opt out. It doesn't matter on this year's team because the guys that played on it are not going to be there.
14-0 sounds pretty nice, though.
It does, but it's not going to matter though because they've already opted out, and they've already taken the whole heart and purpose of the game.
We've never had a 14-win season.
Yeah. 14-0 in 2013.
Wrong. 13-0.
We didn't play 12 games in 2013.
Shit, you're right.
Big time, no.
I'm so angry I can't even think straight now.
Yeah, it's hard to fathom, man. And like you're saying, if this was another team, it would make me just as mad. It really would.
Anybody.
It doesn't, you're a big time knowing you're a fan, but like the sport took an L today.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't even tell you how many Gator. I've already talked to about half a dozen Gator fans.
It did
and they're like, "Oh, dude, it's bullshit." Total
it did
bullshit.
more than
and that's a
taking
Gator fan,
right?
It did more than take an L. It officially announced on their little TV show that it's not about winning the game during the season anymore. Yeah,
it's The Bachelor.
You got to look the prettiest
it's
for the final judges.
Bro.
Yeah,
it's ridiculous. You got to get out. I mean, you got to get out and just leave it.
I canceled my ESPN
and just do the YouTube, Florida State YouTube, like the Delta State.
Yeah,
the game, the FAMU play against Delta State.
Just listen to the radio, man.
Yeah, just listen to the North Florida Sports Network.
Yeah.
Right here.
Yeah, we have FAM with a big win, baby, up in Atlanta.
Oh, we're going to Celebration Bowl. We're going.
Tallahassee is the city of champions, bro. The city of champions.
The cricket Celebration Bowl
matchup or something, right?
Howard versus FAMU. It's going to be great.
Oh, yeah, that's going to be awesome.
It's going to be a great game. But yeah, FAMU brought the SWAC championship. They need a parade too, and because they're not. Both teams are going to be great, but they're both not playing for championships.
Ain't that some shit, man? Neither team gets a shot to play for the national title,
right?
Even though they dominated,
right?
Nobody because any one of the levels beat them.
They need the money, so they have to go to the bowl game, and it costs money to actually play in the playoff.
All right, I have a question for both of you. Do you think if Tate Rodemaker started and we won about 42-6, we go?
I think it would have made it. I think it would have made it a lot harder for them to sell that whole deal.
I don't know, man.
That's why they moved. I think that's why they moved Florida State up to number 4 after they won at Florida. It's like, all right, if they're going to do it, they're going to have to go out there and do a 49-0 with this Rodemaker kid.
We would have had Tate back for the bowl. We would have had him back.
They don't care.
3 weeks, 4 weeks.
They weren't looking. They weren't looking for future
because
stuff.
They can't do
it's
that.
The final performance.
It's what
the
they
final
can
judge, man.
What can they put on for the viewer?
Basically, we went out there and we sang Freebird off key.
Jim Harbaugh versus Nick Saban in the Rose Bowl.
Oh, they love it.
And we got Washington versus Texas with their quarterbacks, Penix and Ewers. We know they're in there. We're going to do this. I don't know, man.
I don't give a shit.
I really, right now, honestly, it's hard to even think about that.
Washington and Michigan.
Yeah.
I can tell you that.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly, I would like to see.
If Texas and Alabama both lose in the first round, though, oh my goodness.
Dude, I want to see Harbaugh win it, take the Bears job. Week 5, he's like, oh yeah, by the way, I cheated even more after you guys found out.
He did cheat. They did find out. They've already convicted him by the Big Ten. They suspended him. They found it. They proved it.
Right. So I'd like to see.
But we're not talking about that. Let's reward that. Let's reward that, and let's reward that, and punish a team that had the back of their quarterbacks. Yeah. Go ahead, please.
Could you imagine if this was all happening to Jimbo Fisher during Jameis's time here? The coverage and how much different it would be. than the way they're covering Michigan.
You could kind of see it back then, but start to develop, the agenda.
Oh my God, they would be freaking hanging Jimbo out to dry right now.
Yeah. I mean, dude,
the media.
We were really fortunate. We were fortunate that 2013 was still the BCS.
Yeah, it was the last year of it.
Yeah.
And you saw what happened the first year they had.
They couldn't. Computers couldn't ignore what the team was doing on the field.
We talked about it. There's 26 games up for sample that FSU had a good team in this playoff era, that they were eligible for the making it, and they were ranked 3 coming off a national championship when they had the Heisman damn trophy winner. Okay, and then they were ranked 5th when their quarterback got hurt.
Yep.
There's no respect there. There's an agenda there. I mean, how can you argue otherwise?
Yeah.
It's disgusting.
And
has anyone else from the ACC released a statement like Dabo?
No, they're not going to say shit, man.
Or Cristobal, any some of the bigger names.
No, but I guarantee you they're all looking to leave the conference.
No, behind the scenes.
Guarantee that.
Dude, I bet Dabo's furious.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
not really though, because he's his rival.
I mean,
they're not. They're mad. They're mad, but it's not. They're not. Because they're still selfish about themselves.
This is bigger.
This isn't. The thing is like this isn't news to any of them.
Like I think Clemson gets in if it's them.
No, I don't. I don't.
Jim doesn't.
I do.
No, man.
And that's hard to believe. Yeah.
No. If they were doing the same thing Florida State, if they're doing the same thing Florida State was doing,
they beat Bama. They have Dabo.
It doesn't matter. They didn't beat them this year.
I know, but
they don't have the. They don't have
beat LSU this year. If they would have beat LSU like we did. Right. And they had the same schedule and they won every game. And it coming off 2 national championships with Dabo and recency. They're
not coming off 2 national championships.
Well, they won them in the last 5. They won one recently.
No. This shit's personal.
Doesn't matter, dude. This was we have to put an SEC team in, and since it's got to be Alabama, we got to have Texas ride those coattails.
They lost to Texas.
Yeah.
And then Auburn blew it.
Yeah, we can't. Once Alabama got in, we were fucked.
Look at all the games that Alabama struggled with, and just because they start playing well at the right time, we owe it to them to go in.
Georgia struggled too.
I know it's not fair to a team.
About that win
not fair to a team. Fair to the defense.
Almost lost to Georgia Tech.
It's not fair to the FSU defense. They weren't. It's not fair to the running game, the line.
On ESPN, when they talked about Alabama beating Georgia. What they said was, it wasn't just beating Georgia; it was beating 2-time defending champion.
Because that team wasn't there, and this team had injuries.
They beat all 3 teams.
Those teams, they weren't fully strength.
Yeah,
they weren't at full strength.
Mims was out. Tight end got banged up. No, dude,
it's just an agenda, man.
There is no legitimacy
2-time defending
to it.
Champion.
There is no logic to it. It's illogical.
There's a lot of people that agree with us. You see Booger McFarland, Ocho Cinco, Shannon Sharp. There's a lot of people who are like, what in the world just happened?
Well, they know what it is, man. Follow the money is probably the best quote about it. Follow the money, man.
Follow the money.
The bylaws were set up.
Ocho!
They were set up to do this. It was inevitable.
It's like, look, if we get...
It should have never been like
If we feel like we want to make better matchups that's going to make us more money, we have the right to do it. It says right there in writing.
Right. We can say that.
Luckily for the committee, I've been studying the Stoics a lot lately, so I'm not going to do anything too crazy to get in trouble. I'm just going to accept my fate and love it for what it is.
Yeah. Let it out.
I'm going the opposite way.
Good.
Well, the Orange Bowl, it's... I hope we celebrate this team, though. It deserves to be remembered.
I like that idea of a parade, bro. Yeah. Like we did. Yeah. I like that little celebration we did at Doak in 2013 or whatever.
They deserve it.
Absolutely, and the fans will come out of the woodwork for something like that.
I don't have a lot of
support for the players.
I don't have a lot of confidence that it would be done in a timely manner, but it'd be nice if it was done soon before players started booking out.
Yep. Let's get it done.
They'll still be on campus all next semester, probably, though, bro.
Let's get it done. They bring them back. They'll come back for that. They'll come back for that. Take a day. They'll come back for the parade.
I think some of these dudes are already just...
Oh, I know. You got to go get... And I don't blame them one... Yeah. I don't blame them one bit for starting to train.
Yeah, you got to train. You got to train, man.
Fuck no.
All right.
That's their entire future. Their livelihood.
That's what I meant by advise the kids that had a future in this and are trying the NFL. Like, maybe not to not play, but to think long and hard about it.
I mean, how many injuries are even career-ending anymore?
Dude, it doesn't. It's not about the career ending. It's about altering the opportunity.
Dude,
you got these kids.
Jalen Waddle was hurt all season, then came back just to play in the bowl game.
Right.
Look what he's doing at the Fins, baby, balling.
Exactly. He got the opportunity. Like, you get hurt in the bowl game. Like, say you're a running back and you hurt your knee in the bowl game.
What bowl game was
that Michigan guy?
Was it a pointless game or was it a meaningful?
Florida State, Michigan.
Pointless game.
He came back for a pointless game.
Yeah, guy playing in a bowl game that's not going to get you any trophy.
No, it's talking about Waddle.
Oh, Waddle. Yeah, what was he playing?
Oh, yeah, it was in the playoffs.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's going to be hard to even care about that game, honestly.
Yeah, dude, that's what I'm saying. They just got told that nobody gives a shit, so how do you ask the kids to still give a shit?
I wouldn't even care if they didn't go.
No, they got to go.
You got to get the money.
You got to get the money. You got to give the underclassmen a chance to get out there and do stuff, man.
And do stuff, yeah. Play the young guys.
Guys like Hakeem, Vandravius, Jacobs, like, this is their time. Like, that's what you're doing by opting out also, is like you're giving the young kids a chance to go down there and experience all that. And they're going to get to play against Georgia. Like, that's a scrimmage that nobody else is.
That's how you got to look at it.
Is Fiskey playing?
Nah, no way.
Nobody that's worth anything. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And that's why this team needs to be celebrated now.
Yeah, we saw that roster for the last time beat Louisville.
Yeah.
And that was a championship level.
But you know what we cannot have happen is go down and get blown out by fucking Georgia, and then everyone's like, "Oh,
I don't care." That's why I'm saying
it won't matter, dude. It's not the team that would have been in the playoffs.
Man, you're losing. You're losing both starting receivers. Yeah. You're losing.
Yeah, we all know that, bro. We all know that. But if someone sees the bottom line, they're going to be like, "Told you so."
Oh, I know.
Oh, well, yeah.
Told you so.
But even if you were to happen to win, they're going to say they'll say the exact opposite about Georgia. Georgia's doing that. Georgia's doing that.
It's lose-lose, bro. I just need to win for myself personally.
I wouldn't. Dude,
if you do that,
I wouldn't even watch it.
Because remember, we've only gone 14-0 one time. Most people think we've never done it.
It's going to be a tough game. It's going to be a tough hurdle. I mean, what is it, 14 already?
Well, I got to tell you right now, Georgia's backups are better than ours.
Well, they still got their highs. They still got their quarterback.
They'll have their starting quarterback.
They'll have Carson back.
They'll have their starting running backs.
So they're going to have their team.
Yeah.
Bowers won't be playing though, right?
He might not. He said that he's
Florida
going
State won't have any of their NFL talent.
Their leading receiver,
Well, not that are leaving. We have NFL
but they are eligible to play in the game.
Yeah, eligible NFL talent. We still have NFL talent that'll be playing.
They have, yeah.
It's more about experience.
Yeah, and we don't have any.
A guy like Lad
McConkey.
It's our defense that scares me without the NFL guys.
That's what I'm saying. I don't even want to even. It's not even to be compared with this year's team.
If the guys that are going to the NFL from the defense all sit out and opt out, dude, there's no shot Florida State's going to keep this game close.
Right? They're doing this on purpose.
Just without Fiskey and Verse.
We know what your roster's developed
Fiskey, Verse.
We're going to hold you out,
Deloach,
put you on display.
Yeah, that D-line.
Put you on display against one of the 4 best teams, who's probably better than all these teams. But you know what we'll do? We'll have them match up against Florida State when we know all their best players are not going to play in the game. Yeah. That's the narrative they're pushing, man.
Yeah.
So I mean,
whatever.
Yeah, you just got to just eat it, I guess.
That being said, who else would you rather play in a bowl game?
The bowl game became.
I wouldn't want to play in the bowl game. It's already over.
For the kids, man. It's not for you.
I don't want to play.
It's for the kids.
I mean, maybe Liberty, they're undefeated.
That people talking about
canceling, not showing
to the bowl game.
Play Georgia. Why not?
Why not?
Why not? Give them a chance to play against one of the great teams, man.
Go to the Orange Bowl, get the money.
I'd rather play them than freaking Ohio State.
I don't care. It's a sham.
Anybody. I mean, you're playing one of the best. You're playing one of the best rosters.
The whole system.
The committee's sham.
That's what I meant.
Orange Bowl is an amazing accomplishment. Okay?
Yeah, it is.
That's not.
This year. Oh, I know. But this year,
the last time the Orange Bowl was 2015.
It is amazing.
16.
It's a great game, but come on.
No, I understand what you're saying, but let's just acknowledge the Orange Bowl for what it is. It's a New Year's Six Bowl that we haven't been to it since 2015. It's a great accomplishment.
But I guess. But you go there if you're not undefeated.
Dude, I was convinced.
Like that's where you go.
We were going to be playing Washington in the Sugar Bowl. I was like, we're going to be 3. Texas is 4. We're playing fucking Washington.
SEC
Sugar Bowl. This is amazing.
No, they knew that they're not leaving the SEC.
We were fixing to whoop Washington too.
Right.
Our defense was going to own Washington.
You cannot tell me that Florida State would not have a chance in this.
It was going to be us versus
in one
Michigan
game
in the national title in H-Town.
You can't predict what's going to happen in one game. You can't predict, and nobody can predict. Nobody is 100%, and to deny a team that had it fallen all year.
Yeah. Oh, dude. There's
and then like, well, Auburn. I know this is like Auburn did it. What was it? 04, 03.
Yeah. Well, what's funny to me
there was only 2 teams then.
How quickly Washington.
There was 2 teams that went undefeated then, and there was only 2 teams that matched up. If there was 4, they would have never been left out. This is by far the biggest travesty in the sport ever.
Man. Oh, dude, not just this sport, almost fucking any sport. I mean, there's no other sport where people decide for you. You decide on the field or on the court.
Gymnastics, figure skating.
I mean, the NFL. Oh, yeah. Don't even get me started in gymnastics. You're damn right. That's the most corrupt shit ever.
Greenberg.
Anytime there's judges, it's so corrupt.
This is figure skating now. College football is figure skating.
Exactly. Great point.
It's
great point. Yeah. And don't even get me started how corrupt figure skating is. Yeah. We'll be here all day.
Yeah, it's just exactly.
All right, well, listen, man, I got to get out of here.
I appreciate it, man.
I say we go on every day this week and just let it out, man, because I'm going to end up punching somebody if I don't.
All right, big time. No, you hang in there, and we'll talk to you next time.
All right, get up, Tallahassee.
Yeah. What are you going to do, man? Right?
You know, like Washington went from a 10-point underdog to the stone-cold lock number 2 team in the country in the span of a week.
Right.
With a 3-point win over a team they had already beaten by 3 points.
The narrative started to get pressed. And that's,
because they look great, man. Look at Michael Penix.
They were pushing
throwing the ball all over the field, man. It looks so great.
Anybody wants to say that the injury that's the only reason. That's not true. I mean, they were pushing it. They were pushing it before he got hurt. They were starting to say, hey, you compare Florida State with Alabama. Even when they're undefeated with Jordan Travis, they were doing that.
Yeah.
Why?
Conference.
Why? Why weren't they doing that to the Pac-12 who hasn't made it to the playoff in what? How many? I mean, ACC has like 3 national championships.
What killed the ACC is there was no smoking gun number 2. Like, they're really great also. Had Clemson been like the only team,
Louisville beat Kentucky.
Yeah. Or if Clemson had been the other, Louisville doesn't move the needle. It had to be somebody like Clemson, like you said, a recent.
But yeah, they blew it by losing to Duke.
Yeah, and losing to everybody, not being good, being a 4-loss team this year.
They're still good this year.
Yeah, nobody else went up there and beat them.
Nobody else went up there.
Ask Notre Dame how easy it is to go up in Death Valley and win a game.
Right.
Whatever.
There's no point that this team even came down to any like miracle play. It was early in the season when the games you don't count, like you don't count the USF game when they benched Jalen Monroe. Yeah. Oh, that's okay.
That's okay. We figured out how to use them.
Yeah. Well, Florida State does not even get a chance to figure out how to use their backup.
Nah, man.
When they haven't lost.
They haven't lost.
You lost the game and did that.
Yeah. You had your starter and didn't cover.
It doesn't make any sense.
Exactly. You go in circles and circles. What it is, the bottom line is it's just television theatrics. Right down to Kirk Herbstreit's amazing new plastic surgery.
He does.
He's got a new clean bracelet every week on his broadcast. Nice job, Kirk, man. You're really carrying the torch for college football.
I asked Fowler to come on.
He's not coming on.
He said he was busy.
I'd be busy too.
But he said he felt awful for FSU.
Oh yeah, they all feel awful. I heard him. We watched it. They feel awful.
They asked him to come, but
they
shouldn't ask him, and they shouldn't ask him to come on. Why? Let's come on and give us your top 4 that we know that's going to be the. We don't know. Okay, fine, you don't know, but you shouldn't be revealing other people's opinion then before they reveal them. You shouldn't do it.
Just come on, flash the graphic, and then cut back to original.
Let's
program.
have Herbstreit talk about what the reveal is before we reveal the 4 team here.
Hey man,
let's have one little quick go to there, and then when we come on the show, let's present it that Texas is already in, kind of when they've lost the game.
Right.
Once you saw Texas at 3, it was over.
When you got to take 3 hours to explain why you made the decisions you made, like, give me a break. It's a joke.
What do you say?
It is a joke.
What do you say to people?
Kids, people like they want to play football and get into football. Like, it's still a great way to get into it. There's a future in it for kids that are really good at all of that. Still a fun game to watch. You still want your team to be really good. In terms of caring about national titles and how all that stuff gets, like, it's no different than professional wrestling or who cares? Just stop caring is pretty much my best advice. You can still enjoy it without caring.
Yeah. Well, the Niners took care of business.
Yeah, they did.
In the NFL, where they actually have playoffs. Can you imagine, like, if they did the playoff committee for the NFL? Where they just got together and
Teddy Bruschi and Tony Gonzalez.
They just like, hey,
Rex Ryan got to pick.
Even though they. How do you think they played?
Look, they're honestly, 6-6.
I would have loved some NFL guys in that college committee. Because they would have never done this.
Any players.
Any players, anybody that played the game, anybody that coached the game.
Give me any shit about a guy played back in 1970.
I don't care about that. I mean, these guys that are athletic directors are not qualified.
There's got to be
anybody on that committee this year is not qualified. They're not.
Yeah.
They don't know what they're talking about. You don't do that. I mean, it never been, like, I don't want to hear the best team argument. That was written in there for somebody to listen to that and do it, to actually do it, the committee to actually do it. They didn't do it ever before. Why now?
Yeah, I don't know. The 4 best. They're going to pick the 4 best. Why not
better?
Why not just
played
pick the
initially
best?
Better when Jordan Travis got hurt. The defense played better than it had all year.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
So that's got to be counted.
It's not.
It's not counted. Instead, we're going to punish you.
No, there is no logic to it.
The message is wrong.
Right.
And it hurts, man. You hurt, man. It hurts for the sport. You hurt for the team. You hurt for the players, man.
Yeah, it
I mean, the fans too, man. I mean, I and it's bullcrap. You don't, even if, like I keep saying, like, if this was a rival team or somebody, you think it would happen? If it happened in Clemson, I have some good friends of mine that are Clemson fans, and they're great people. I would be devastated for them. But this would, I don't think it would.
Any fan of a rival school in the ACC that is laughing about it or finds humor in it, they deserve to watch their program be reduced to a G5 directional tech school.
Well, that's what's happening.
Which is going to happen.
The Pac-12 is gone.
You guys get to watch.
The Pac-12 is gone. The Big 12 at least has got money to come into some like coalition of a battle for the 2 top teams. So you're left with this other conference that they just crapped all over. They just took a big dump.
Yeah, I mean, the Big 12 got lucky that one of their...
They had the preseason that didn't matter in the early season. Those wins don't matter. Oh, because...
Oh, well, dude, it's not...
They beat an Alabama team that struggled. They had to bench Jalen Monroe and play against USF that struggled. They weren't the same team. They beat a crap team, but that matters. They're acting like they beat the team that beat Georgia. And Texas is better, too. Who cares? They lost.
Who'd they beat? What was it? Like,
Florida State deserves a right. Doesn't matter what you think. They beat teams on the field.
They beat up an Oklahoma State team that got beat by 42 points.
They didn't struggle to win. They won convincingly.
None of it matters.
They struggled on offense, but the defense played better. Played out of its mind.
Defense doesn't win.
You're going to get the quarterback the backup who's been there for 4 years back with 3 weeks to prepare with that defense. That same defense against Washington.
Yeah, but they don't have an SEC
That's what it should be.
patch on their jersey.
Oh, they're undefeated. They should be playing Washington. And Michigan should be playing whichever one of those one-loss teams you decide deserves it the most. I don't care who it is. That's what the debate should have been about. Yeah. The fact that they were bringing Florida State into the debate with one-loss teams is just, it's not fair. It's unjustified. And to say that it was about an injury, then why were you pushing it before he got hurt then? Why were you pushing it on your show before you got hurt? Herb Street? Why?
Conference.
Okay.
It's the conference.
That's
all it is, man. It's a money grab.
Yeah.
It's time to find a new sport.
Like women's soccer, baby.
Yeah.
FSU women's soccer, that is, tonight against Stanford.
Playing for a national title.
National championship, because they did not lose.
May have the best soccer player in the country in terms of women's college athletics.
Yes.
The only pure athletics left in the collegiate level. And you know why? It's because nobody is putting any money into it. That's the sad reality. Once you start actually putting financial dollars behind it, then you get all of the different
How about those
corruptors.
ladies? How about those Knowles, man? They turned into something, man. Like the coach, they got the coach from Tennessee.
Yeah,
right?
I mean,
and they've just been rolling out wins. They haven't lost all year. They haven't given up a goal
in the tournament, no. But they're playing. I mean, Stanford's a real deal, man.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
Future ACC opponent. Ooh,
the Atlantic coast of California.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, it's ridiculous, man. It's sad. And just got, you knew it was coming, and it just hits you right in the face when it happens right in North Florida.
Yeah, North Florida, man. We whatever, dude.
First time
gonna be a long basketball season. Maybe baseball will be better.
Then you'll see it. Because the money that they're paying,
I don't mean they're
billions of dollars that they're paying for the sport. Where do you think that's going to go? That's going to go to the players.
Yeah,
and there's more of it. Why do you think why do you think Florida State wants to get out?
There's a lot in production too, man.
All right, well, give us a chance.
Yeah.
Give Florida State a chance to play. Nope. So why else? What do you expect? Of course they're going to want to leave. It's ridiculous. Sad. Sport is dead.
Sport's dead.
Took an L. It's a beauty contest.
No, it took a bullet to the
bullet
face.
to the head.
Shotgun to the D.
Shotgun
for college
to the
football.
D for college football.
It is dead, man. It's now
isn't that the Orange Bowl? Nobody's going to play him in that. Nobody's going to play in it.
Nobody should.
No, they shouldn't. Of course, I would love.
It's not even the real Orange Bowl, man.
It really isn't, man. Both teams look like they were at a funeral, man. Both coaches did. They didn't want to be there.
No,
not a good question either to ask Norvell.
Yeah,
right?
What the hell, dude?
Way too soon. All right, Jimmy. Well, I appreciate you coming on.
Yeah, man.
We'll probably react to it again. I'm not done.
No,
I'm really pissed about this, and we'll talk to you next time, right here on the North Florida Sports Network.
We had to go. Our ride was here. We got a shuttle.